Hey everyone, Tyler here with Gilded Reviews. Today we are taking a look at Slay the Spire, the new card roguelike by developer Megacrit Games. I'm really excited about this game. I don't typically play card games, something about them just doesn't appeal to me. This is different with Slay the Spire. This game is fantastic and venturing through it has been a unique experience I've enjoyed thoroughly. Sporting fun combat mechanics, a balanced roguelike experience, and a card system I can get behind, Slay the Spire manages to bring new life to a genre I have forgotten all about. Let's take a closer look at this title and see just what makes it so addictive, starting with the art, animation, and sound. Typically with card games, it's hard to care about the graphics and animation. Most of the gameplay is built around strategy rather than visual effects. However, Slay the Spire brings a little extra to the table with a unique art style that helps immerse you in the environment. It's nothing spectacular, but I do really like the art and animation. They are simple, well executed, and overall add a ton to the game. The sound is also pretty basic, but everything is in place and runs great. Attacks have separate sound effects, and all of the audio cues are easily distinguishable from one another. Let's go ahead and get into the meat of the game and discuss the overall mechanics. First off, this game is a roguelike, so this brings a crazy amount of both frustration and replayability. Just keep in mind that much of this game is RNG based. Right now there are two characters to play as, the Ironclad and the Silent. These classes both have their own sets of cards and play very differently from one another. After you select your character, the game moves you to the dungeon map. This is just a scroll with nodes on it that allows you to choose different routes through the dungeon. Planning in this stage is important. Making sure you have enough bosses, rests, and merchants along your path can mean the difference between life and death. It's pretty simple to plan out your route. Each node is easily distinguishable from one another, and there is a key to help you out if you're ever confused. The map is also procedurally generated, so it changes each playthrough. First up, the enemies. Enemies can vary in strength, but fighting them is important. After every battle, you are able to choose one of 3 cards. This allows you to build your deck each playthrough based on what relics you have found. You also receive some gold and sometimes a random potion. Next, we have mini-bosses. These guys are tough and should only be encountered if you have enough health to fight them. Mini-bosses give you a little gold, a choice of a card, a random relic, and sometimes a potion. Potions can be very useful, but you can only carry 3 at a time. They can do all kinds of things, including restoring your health or damaging the enemy. The next node I want to talk about are chests. Chests contain a random relic. Relics are all very different and will give you new buffs during combat. The relics add an incredible amount of replayability. Some combo great together, and matching up specific relics will help you burn through your enemies. Up next, we have random or question mark nodes. These can be anything from relics to little spin the wheel games. Sometimes there are also enemies that can rival bosses in power. Many times, however, the game gives you a choice. You can take a little damage for a relic or use all of your gold to upgrade one card. There is usually a downside, but the game leaves it for you to decide. Next up, we have rest spots or fireplaces. They allow you to upgrade a card or rest to regain some of your health. There are also some relics that will allow you to permanently upgrade something like strength, but generally you will be resting or upgrading a card. Upgrading cards is important and can really help you. It can increase the damage or defense of the card. It can also lower the cost. Each card is different. However, the game allows you to see what the upgrade will be before finalizing it, giving you all the information you need to make the right choice. And lastly, at the end of each stage, you will encounter the final boss for that floor. These guys are tough, and defeating them will net you the choice of one of 3 unique relics. You also get some gold, a choice of a card, and sometimes a potion. But most importantly, after the battle, you will regenerate all of your health. This game has the potential to be crazy long, and it's a lot of fun playing through it right now. All of these simple mechanics work with one another to create a very addictive experience that only card games can induce. And that is really what you get, a title that is inherently a card game, bringing in all of those addictive properties many people found back when Magic the Gathering came out. The difference here is they add in those roguelike and RPG mechanics to bring fans like me, who haven't played a card game in well over 15 years, back to this amazing genre. Longtime fans of card games know exactly what I mean. Everything has strategy. Even the cards in your hand require an order of operations to maximize their effectiveness. It's a beautiful system that I'm starting to fall in love with again. The cards become less cards and more the skills you use in an RPG. The randomness just makes every fight different, but in a way that is slightly influenced by the player. The roguelike aspects add a serious amount of replayability. It isn't quite at the level of other roguelikes, but it is well on its way. With more relics and multiple play modes, we could see the replayability of this title skyrocketing. Slay the Spire is polished. I haven't had any issues at all with this title. The game runs smooth and is completely playable. The developers over at Megacrit Games have been fantastic. They stay in touch with their community and have been releasing frequent updates. They said they will continue to take feedback and will release updates every 2 weeks, which is an outstanding thing to see. Cost-wise, this title is well worth it. Right now, during early access, Slay the Spire is around $15. The average player seems to get roughly 15 to 25 hours of playtime. Honestly though, with the title like this, it is completely up to you. I find myself coming back to it consistently. It's an easy game to play while watching TV and doing other stuff. With continued updates, I could easily see me getting around 100+ hours. The developers have said the price will likely rise when it's fully finished, and with the amount of content already available, it is easy to justify picking it up now. Overall, Slay the Spire is easy to recommend to almost anyone. If you are a fan of RPGs, roguelikes, or card games, you will find something to love. The combination of these 3 genres will appeal to many, and if it looks interesting to you, you should grab it. It is well worth it. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I have been addicted to this game and I can't wait to see what the next playable character will bring. If you guys have had the chance to play it, what do you think so far? Anyways, thanks again guys. If you liked the video, you know what to do. If you are new here, consider subscribing or checking out some of our other content. We release new videos every few days.